10 facts you didn't know about space. Space is a huge place that is so big our minds cannot fully understand it, and scientists say it has no end. It is completely silent because there is no air to carry sound, so you would not hear anything even if something exploded. The sun is so large that more than 1 million Earths could fit inside it, which shows how small our planet really is. In space, there is no gravity, and astronauts float because nothing pulls them down like on Earth. Space also has planets made of gas, rock, and even ice, making the universe full of different and surprising worlds. There are also billions of stars, and many of them are much bigger and brighter than our own sun. Another surprising fact is that some stars are so far away that their light takes millions of years to reach us. So we are actually seeing the past when we look at them. There are also black holes, which are places in space with gravity so strong that nothing can escape, not even light. Scientists believe that black holes can grow bigger by pulling in stars, planets, and gas around them. Some planets outside our solar system, called exoplanets, may even have oceans, mountains, or weather that we cannot imagine. Space is also filled with comets and asteroids that travel at extremely high speeds. Some of these objects pass close to Earth, giving scientists a chance to study them. One interesting fact is that space is extremely cold, and temperatures can drop hundreds of degrees below zero. Astronauts need special suits to protect them from the cold, the heat, and the lack of air while they work in space. Another fact is that galaxies, which are huge groups of stars and planets, move through space and sometimes crash into each other. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is slowly moving toward another galaxy called Andromeda, and they will collide in the far future. Space dust also exists everywhere, and even though it is tiny, it helps create stars and planets over millions of years. Scientists use telescopes in space to learn more because they can see far beyond what telescopes on Earth can see. The final fact is that space travel changes the human body, and astronauts often come back taller because their spine stretches without gravity. Their muscles also become weaker if they do not exercise, so they must work out every day while in space. Another surprising fact is that time moves a little slower in space due to gravity, a concept explained by Einstein's theory of relativity. Space technology has helped improve life on Earth by giving us satellites, GPS, and weather predictions. Space exploration continues because scientists want to understand where we came from and whether other life exists in the universe. These facts show that space is full of mysteries, and we have only explored a small part of its amazing wonders. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, comment, and follow us for more. A day in the life of a student. Every day, a student wakes up early in the morning to get ready for school. The first thing they do is brush their teeth, wash their face, and eat a healthy breakfast. After that, they put on their uniform, prepare their school bag, and check if they have all their books. Many students take the bus, while others walk or ride bicycles to school. The morning can feel a bit rushed, but students know how important it is to be on time. A good start helps them stay focused and ready to learn. When they arrive at school, the student greets friends and teachers with a smile. Classes usually begin with subjects like math, science, and English. Each subject helps them learn something new and useful for the future. Sometimes lessons can be difficult, but students work hard and ask questions to understand better. During break time, they talk, laugh, and share snacks with friends. It's a moment to relax before going back to class. After the lunch break, students continue studying and doing class activities. They might do group projects, draw, or participate in games that make learning fun. Teachers encourage them to be creative and think for themselves. In the afternoon, everyone starts to feel a bit tired, but they try to stay active until the final bell rings. When school ends, students say goodbye to their teachers and classmates. Then they head home, ready to rest or do other activities. At home, the student eats dinner and spends time with their family. Later, they do homework and review what they learned during the day. Some students like to read or watch educational videos to improve their knowledge. After finishing their work, they relax by listening to music or playing games. Before going to bed, they prepare their school bag for the next day. A student's life is full of learning, fun, and dreams for a better future. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, comment, and follow us for more. A day without my phone. Yesterday, I decided to spend one full day without using my phone at all. In the morning, I usually check messages and scroll through social media, but this time I just looked out the window. It felt strange not to have my phone in my hand while drinking coffee. I had to use an old alarm clock to wake up, and I wrote down my to-do list on paper. I walked to the store without using Google Maps, and I asked a stranger for directions. Even though it was uncomfortable, it was also interesting to do things differently. At work, I normally use my phone during breaks to watch videos or chat with friends. Instead, I read a small book I found in my bag and looked around the office more than usual. I noticed how quiet everything was when no one was looking at a screen. I had a real conversation with a coworker I usually ignore. We laughed and talked about weekend plans without any distractions. I felt more connected to the people around me. The day seemed slower, but also more peaceful. In the afternoon, I had lunch at the park without any music or phone in my hands. I watched people walking their dogs, and I listened to the birds singing in the trees. It was a calm and relaxing moment that I don't usually enjoy. Without my phone, I paid more attention to my food and how I felt. I even took a nap on the grass, something I haven't done in years. Time passed differently, and I started to feel more present and relaxed. At night, I wanted to check my phone so badly, but I stayed strong and didn't touch it. I read a few pages of a novel before bed and wrote my thoughts in a notebook. My mind felt clearer without the noise of constant messages and notifications. I went to sleep earlier and felt more rested. This experience taught me that I don't need my phone every minute of the day. I think I will try this again next week, maybe even for a whole weekend. A short history of the Internet. The Internet is one of the most important inventions in modern history because it changed how people live and communicate. It began in the 1960s as a project called ARPANET, created by scientists and the U.S. government. ARPANET connected only a few universities and military centers, but it showed the power of sharing information quickly. The goal was to make a system that could still work even if part of it was damaged. In the 1970s, new communication rules called protocols were created, making it easier for computers to connect. This early system became the foundation for today's Internet. In the 1980s, the Internet started to grow beyond government and university research. More institutions around the world joined, making the network larger and stronger. In 1983, the standard system called TCP/IP was introduced, allowing millions of computers to connect in a common way. Around the same time, domain names were created so people could use words instead of numbers to visit websites. This made the Internet easier for everyone to understand and use. It was no longer just a tool for scientists, but a global communication system. The 1990s brought the invention of the World Wide Web by Tim Berners-Lee, which changed the Internet forever. The web introduced websites, links, and browsers that allowed people to click and explore information. Businesses began to create websites to sell products and services to customers worldwide. Email became a popular way to stay in touch quickly and easily. Search engines were developed to help people find information faster than ever before. The Internet was becoming an important part of daily life. Today, the Internet connects billions of people across the world in almost every country. People use it to study, work, shop, and talk with friends and family in real time. Social media platforms allow instant sharing of photos, videos, and ideas. Online banking, streaming services, and video calls are now part of everyday life. The Internet continues to grow with new technologies like smartphones, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence. Its short history shows how a small project became one of the most powerful tools in human history. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, comment, and follow us for more. A short story about time travel. Time travel is the idea of moving to the past or the future in just a moment, and it has fascinated people for many years. Many books and movies talk about time travel, and they show how exciting and dangerous it can be. Scientists say time travel is not possible yet, but people still love to imagine how it might work someday. The idea of time travel makes us think about our memories and the things we wish we could change. Some people dream about going back in time to fix mistakes or make better choices. Others dream about visiting the future to see amazing inventions and new worlds. In this story, a young boy named Sam finds an old pocket watch that looks very mysterious and special. When he opens the watch, he sees strange lights moving inside as if they were alive. Suddenly, the watch begins to glow brighter, and Sam feels the world around him start to change. In just 1 second, he is no longer in his room, but standing in a place that looks like the past. He sees people wearing old clothes, working with tools, and living without modern technology. Sam realizes he has traveled back in time without meaning to. Sam walks around the old town and learns how people lived many years ago, and everything feels new and surprising to him. He watches children play simple games, and he notices how families work hard to get food and water. He is amazed by how quiet life is without cars, phones, or electricity everywhere. Sam also understands that life in the past was not easy, even though it looked peaceful. He feels grateful for the technology and comforts he has in his own time. After some minutes, the pocket watch starts glowing again, calling him back. When Sam opens the watch once more, he is suddenly returned to his room as if nothing happened. He sits on his bed and thinks deeply about what he saw during his short time travel experience. Sam realizes that the past has many lessons that can help him appreciate the present. He also understands that every time has its own beauty and challenges, and people must learn from both. The magical watch stops glowing, but Sam keeps it as a reminder of his adventure. He knows he will never forget the day he traveled through time and learned something important about life. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, comment, and follow us for more.